You're watching ABC7 News at 4, starting with First Alert Weather.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. I hope you had a great weekend. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon at ABC7 News at 4, and we have some big changes coming our way. It's already starting to happen across the Panhandle. That front is through. This is a strong cold front. It's not going to bring a lot of rough weather our way, but it will bring some showers, and there's a slight chance for an isolated thunderstorm, but not too much of a chance of that happening. Most of the energy is going to be passing well to our north, and you saw that activity pretty intense near Jacksonville and also near Gainesville. Now some showers developing here in the western portion of the Gulf of Mexico. It's actually out ahead of the actual cold front, which is still back here, but the prefrontal trough, if you will bring us some showers through this evening, and we are looking at the potential for, it looks like, some showers, moderate at times, and we could even see some heavier rainfall through this evening and early morning hours on Tuesday. And then once the front moves through, things will start to cool down. You can see that rain already into Pinellas County. Showers starting to pop up just to the south and west of Siesta and Osprey, and this activity out here. Pretty heavy rain at times, but you'll notice there's not a lot of lightning being depicted with these cells, but there could be a chance we could see one or two of those generate some lightning. Doesn't appear we're going to see anything severe or too rough as the line moves through. So we'll take a look at the radar futurecast and show you that shower activity progressing to the south and east. By tomorrow morning, we'll start to see some showers around, still lingering about, but I think by drop-off, most of the area should be clear of rain. It will turn very windy and much cooler as the winds switch around to the northwest behind the front. Currently, we do have a few clouds around, 79 degrees, and the dew point temperature at 74. That's way up there. That number is going to go down in the 30s. Looks like by tomorrow night and Wednesday morning. Well, much more on the big chill coming up in just a few minutes. Stick around. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, thank you. Now to our top story. A Sarasota woman is still missing 6 years after her disappearance. Investigators are not giving up hope after receiving a tip in the case. ABC7's Erica Jackson has more from the area where Patricia Scala was last seen.
Patricia Scala, known as Erin to friends and family, was living at this home on Vanna Drive before her disappearance in 2012. Detectives interviewed dozens of friends, associates, and neighbors between 2012 and 2017, but their search came up short. Then a glimmer of hope when the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office received a tip this past September. Someone close to Scala told investigators that they believe the 27-year-old was killed and her remains were somewhere on the property where she lived. Detectives searched the property for several days, but did not find any evidence. Now investigators think you can help with their search. Anyone with information is asked to contact Crime Stoppers. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear from Scala's mother to find out what she thinks happened to her daughter. Reporting in Sarasota County, Erica Jackson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Erica, thank you. Today, the family of 21-year-old E.J. Bradford Jr. is demanding answers after he was shot and killed by police during a Thanksgiving Day shooting at an Alabama mall. Police initially believed Bradford was responsible for the shooting during the height of the Black Friday rush. 2 teenagers were also hit in the crossfire and rushed to the hospital. But now police say the suspect behind that shooting is still at large.
They just went to rushed judgment on national TV and slandered my son's name, got my son looking like he a killer.
A black life taken away. A black man literally gave his life for this country, for them to take it away from it.
Bradford's family's attorney says his gun was legal and he was illegally carrying it. The police officer who killed him is on administrative leave while police investigate. Now to the latest on the clash between hundreds of migrants at the U.S.-Mexico border and law enforcement officials. A major port of entry temporarily closed on Sunday night, and this morning President Trump threatening to close the entire border permanently if needed. ABC's Emily Rao is in Washington with more details.
A protest at the southern border turned violent Sunday when hundreds of Central American migrants broke through lines of Mexican police officers making a mad dash toward the United States. Customs and Border agents firing off tear gas and shutting down one of the world's busiest ports of entry to people on both sides.
We will close entry into the country for a period of time until we can get it under control.
It's an option President Trump has threatened repeatedly. This morning, tweeting that many of the migrants are, quote, stone-cold criminals, writing, "They are not coming into the USA. We will close the border permanently if need be. Congress, fund the wall." Migrant groups say several people were hurt. Police arrested dozens more. The U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency saying in a statement, in responding to some of these multiple incidents, CBP personnel were required to deploy crowd-dispersing devices to include pepper ball launching systems and CS canisters. The tension at the border simmering for weeks, and before boiling over on Sunday, some migrants still hoping the president would see their messages. One sign reading, "Mr. Trump, help us please." Another, "Mr. Trump, we hate you not."
The border is back open today, and many of those 5,000 migrants camped out in Tijuana hope to apply for asylum, but President Trump wants them to stay in Mexico while their applications are processed, which could take months. Emily Rao, ABC News, Washington.
Well, just over an hour ago, a NASA spacecraft landed on Mars to explore the planet's interior. The spacecraft InSight touched down after a perilous supersonic descent through the red Martian skies. Confirmation came via radio signals that took more than 8 minutes to cross the nearly 100 million miles between Mars and Earth. It is NASA's eighth successful Mars landing since the 1976 Vikings. The three-legged, one-armed InSight will operate from the same spot for the next 2 years. A proposal that would allow law enforcement officers to pull over drivers for using cell phones while driving will be back before lawmakers in 2019. A measure called the Florida Ban on Wireless Communications Devices While Driving law would prohibit texting, reading data, or talking on cell phones while behind the wheel. Currently, drivers can only be cited here in Florida if they are stopped for other infractions, such as running a stop sign or speeding. Well, Floridians give billions of dollars to thousands of charitable organizations each year. The holiday season is the best time of year for charities to raise money, as people tend to be in a more of a giving mood. However, it can be tough to tell which organizations actually use the money for the services they advertise versus those that mainly spend donations on salaries and overhead, and others still that are just outright scams. Attorney General Pam Bondi has released her office's 2018 Holiday Consumer Protection Guide with various tips on how to determine whether a charity is legitimate or not.
So many great organizations have been opened and are helping all the folks in the Panhandle to not only reestablish their lives, but have a great holiday season as well. But if someone calls you over the phone and asks you for money, check it out first.
Bondi adds that it is much easier to avoid fake charities up front rather than attempting to get your money back later after you have been scammed. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is hosting its second annual holiday toy drive starting this Saturday, December 1st. There are currently more than 1,500 children throughout Sarasota, Manatee, and Charlotte counties who have been removed from their homes due to abuse or neglect. Because the children range in age from newborn to 18 years old with varying personal needs, the Sheriff's Office has chosen to focus the holiday initiative solely on toys and gift cards. For more information on where you can deliver those donations, you can head over to our website, mysuncoast.com. Still to come, why the Boys and Girls Club of Manatee County is changing the vendors for their annual Christmas tree sale. And we'll take a look at how a dangerous winter storm is impacting flights here on the Suncoast. Plus, if you didn't start your holiday shopping on Black Friday, you still have some time to snag some super deals without even leaving your home.
The skills you develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment that will give you a leg up in the civilian world. Learn critical leadership skills and to be part of a team. Serve your community and your country part-time while earning money for an education. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Kettle's got it. Kettle's got it. It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Kettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Watch Suncoast View weekdays at 9 a.m. on ABC7.
Well, you've probably seen reports about a Christmas tree shortage this year. Some are speculating not only higher prices, but fewer choices this holiday season. But is that the reality here on the Suncoast? ABC7's Dwayne Lindo joins us with the answer. Dwayne?
Well, Jacqueline, even the Suncoast is affected by this shortage. The tight supply means higher prices and less selection. So finding that perfect tree might be a bit more challenging this year. One local organization says their usual vendor had no trees for them this year, which forced them to find a new vendor and pay more money. The reason for the shortage is due to the economic recession 10 years ago. Growers planted fewer trees around that time because of a tighter budget. Coming up at 6, we hear from the Boys and Girls Club of Manatee County and get some insight on when you should buy a tree due to the shortage. Jacqueline?
All right, thank you so much, Dwayne. Looking forward to it. Well, Cyber Monday keeps getting bigger and bigger, and with the numbers we've seen so far about online holiday sales, we could see some records set today. Amazon is set to be one of the giants of the day, of course, with a lot of the other big-name retailers adapting their online and in-store strategies to try and keep up. Cyber Monday gives the traditional retailers like Target, Walmart, Macy's, and much more a chance to battle e-tail giants like Amazon on their own turf. But with more sales ringing up online and on mobile, scammers also see more opportunity.
Go straight to the retailer's website. Don't just Google flat screen TVs, because the ads that pop up could be malicious. They could be out to harm you.
Numbers from Adobe Analytics showed a sharp increase over last year in online sales on Thanksgiving, up 29% to $3.7 billion, and on Black Friday up nearly 24% to a record $6.2 billion. And the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is sharing ways you can protect your online purchases and also keep your information safe. Avoid public Wi-Fi. You always want to shop over secure connections. Use your credit card, as most have added protections, and shop on well-known secure sites. Be cautious of unsolicited emails, and if it seems too good to be true, it likely is. Well, we're also watching FlightAware as a dangerous winter storm in the Midwest forced airlines to cancel or delay nearly 6,000 flights so far. At least 1,200 U.S. flights canceled, another 5,000 or so delayed on the final day of the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, which is considered the busiest travel day of the year. The travel disruptions extended into today, and here's how it's impacting flights here on the Sun Coast. Sarasota Bradenton International Airport is seeing 3 delays for its United Airlines flight to Chicago and 3 canceled flights to Chicago. However, at Tampa International Airport, almost all flights coming or going to Chicago O'Hare have been delayed from anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. Some Chicago flights canceled completely. There have been 99 total delays and 11 cancellations. At St. Pete Clearwater International, flights coming from Indianapolis and Grand Rapids have been canceled. Flights headed to Indianapolis have also been canceled. And to our south in Punta Gorda, flights to and from Flint and Grand Rapids, Michigan have been canceled as well. Several inches of snow being dumped on Michigan roadways overnight. And at Southwest Florida International Airport, flights to and from Chicago, Philadelphia, Newark, Grand Rapids, and Columbus have all been canceled. Dozens of other flights seeing those delays as well. Be sure to check your flight's status before heading out the door today. Also, check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with more on our first alert forecast. And Bob, that weather app would be so important right about now, especially when it comes to those flight delays.
I just sent out an app, in fact, an alert for us here along the Sun Coast. So again, download our ABC7 weather app. Just go to your app store, do a search for WWSB. Again, first alert weather. Download that. And what I said basically was some rain, moderate to heavy, headed our way, and it's going to be with us through this evening, associated with that same storm system. Now, here's a look at our tower cam. Again, looking out over Sarasota Bay, you can see clouds increasing as the front approaches. We are looking for some showers to start to move in already. And some of that rain, as I said, could be heavy at times. Now, the main energy with the system is well to our north now. The associated front still well back to the northwest of us. You'll notice a big difference in our weather over the next several days. You want to grab your jackets, sweaters, make sure you dress the kids up appropriately on the way to school, both on Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, and even Thursday morning. Right now, the prefrontal trough is entering into the weather picture. The actual front still back here. That's where the colder air is. So it's not going to be a big chill tonight. We'll notice that throughout the midday tomorrow. Scattered storms this evening. Now, it looks like we won't see anything severe, too rough. There could be some heavy rain at times, and there could be some gusty winds up to 30, 40 miles an hour. It's going to be turning much colder Tuesday as that front moves through. Winds will switch to the northwest. And talking about winds, it's going to get very windy tomorrow night. We're talking 30-mile-an-hour winds possible, and then wind chill on Wednesday morning could be in the 30s. That's right, could be in the 30s, the wind chill factor. We'll monitor that right now. Our low temperatures will be into the mid-40s across places. And as far as the rainfall goes, you can see some of the heavier storms here near Jacksonville, stretching down toward Gainesville. That activity is starting to weaken somewhat as the main lift associated with this system is passing well to the north and east of us. But notice these showers here are starting to peak up a little bit here in the Gulf of Mexico, and also some activity just to the west of Sarasota. So expect some pretty good downpours, as I mentioned, moving off to the northeast at around 10 to 15 miles an hour, kind of converging right there, those two lines just to the west of Manatee County. As that enters into the picture in the next half hour or so, you can expect the driving conditions to become a little bit worse across most of the area. Some light rain already having an impact near Venice. The evening planner does call for showers mainly, some gusty winds with these storms, and as I said, the forecast is calling for the actual front to move through tomorrow. And you'll see a little bit of light rain associated with it. So we can expect some showers through the early morning hours on Tuesday. By sunrise tomorrow, that front and the rain should be through our area. So I don't think we'll see much in terms of rainfall by sunrise tomorrow. Current temperature is 79, but look at those 50s over the Panhandle, 54 in Tallahassee. Still very warm in the upper 70s to low 80s across the region. We're expecting highs over the next couple of days only in the 60s in cases. Now, highs tomorrow will warm up into the mid-60s. We'll have a few clouds in the morning as the actual front moves through. It will turn very windy tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. As far as the temperature forecast goes, we're looking for mid-50s to start the day off tomorrow. Highs tomorrow will only be into the mid-60s. And then as we take a look at Wednesday morning, we're talking mid-40s. And that's the actual temperature. You factor in a wind around 10 to 15 miles an hour. It'll make it feel all that much colder across the region. Let's get to the forecast and show you for boaters tomorrow. Small craft advisories for the remainder of today. Southwest winds at 10 knots, but small craft advisories in effect tomorrow as those winds switch to the northwest. High 67 on Tuesday, 63 on Wednesday, only 63, and it will be a very cold and windy day. And then Thursday, we start to warm up a little bit, but still look at that low temperature into the low 40s there. And then we warm up, a 30% chance for showers come Saturday, 40% Saturday night and Sunday morning. So rain chance is going to be a little higher. And so will the temperatures by the weekend. We'll be back into the upper 70s to low 80s. Jacqueline, back to you. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you, Bob. Well, as Bob just showed us, that powerful winter storm that pummeled the Midwest now heading east and still wreaking havoc for travelers. And as we mentioned, those airlines forced to ground or delay nearly 6,000 flights yesterday, the busiest travel day of the year. And now those numbers of cancellations and delays may be down to just the hundreds, but the snow was not the only problem for travelers. ABC's Elizabeth Herr is in New York with more details.
Whiteout conditions from Kansas to Michigan forcing millions to change their travel plans, and the travel nightmare far from over.
Oh man, it's been hectic, bro. Really bad, really terrible.
The heavy wind and snow on Sunday shutting down parts of I-70. Driving conditions so dangerous, the Kansas governor declared a state of disaster emergency.
It's bad out here. The visibility is probably less than a couple car lengths in front of us.
Accidents across the Midwest caused a backup for miles from Iowa to Illinois. On the East Coast, a similar scene, but this wasn't caused by Mother Nature. Families trying to get home spent hours stuck on the Delaware Memorial Bridge connecting Delaware and New Jersey. This after officials closed the bridge following a gas leak at a nearby chemical company.
I'll tell you, for us to shut down traffic in all directions, and it could be very serious.
And for these passengers who thought taking the train home was the way to go,
it was an awful trip.
They spent 11 hours stuck on a train, unable to move due to power problems. That trip from New York City to Boston was supposed to take 4 hours.
It was incredibly hot on the trains. Everyone was sweating.
According to Amtrak, debris on the overhead wire was to blame. Back to that storm system on the move. Forecasters say tonight it's not snow, but heavy rain that could slow the commute for millions from Philly all the way up to Boston. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
Well, still to come, the Venice Christmas Boat Parade is right around the corner. We'll have more on reserving your spot ahead of time.
I'm Linda Carson from Suncoast View. Coming up Tuesday morning live at 9, meet a man who can change into 8 different people right before your eyes. We preview A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. Now at the Florida Studio Theater. And society photographer Cliff Rose gives us a snapshot of December galas. And 5:30 Burns Gallery shows us how they blend art and jewelry. Phallus on the Water is in the kitchen. That's all coming up Tuesday morning live at 9.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Sometimes, one moment changes everything. One song, one game, one adventure, one mission. For a child battling a critical illness, a wish come true can be a turning point. You can transform lives, one wish at a time. Visit Make-A-Wish online to help grant more life-changing wishes.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
Watch Suncoast View weekdays at 9 a.m. on ABC7.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Looking ahead, the 30th annual Venice Christmas Boat Parade sets sail this Saturday in the Intracoastal Waterway. Everyone is welcome and all boaters are invited to join in on the fun. The parade starts just north of the Albee Road Bridge at 6 p.m. Now, if you are coming by boat, there are plenty of spots along the way to drop your anchor. Unlike prior parades, though, you are not allowed to set up chairs, blankets, or other items in viewing locations prior to December 1st. Well, we're just getting started here on ABC7. Here's a quick look at some of the other stories we're working for you tonight. There are still several hours left to get those deals ranging from toys to apparel and electronics. Coming up at 5, we'll have more on what stores are offering the biggest discounts. And at 6, according to the American Migraine Association, 36 million Americans are affected by migraines. We'll take a deeper look at the maze of migraine treatments and what's best for you. And tonight at 7, the cost of health insurance is on the rise. We'll take a look at alternatives if you want to opt out of your company's insurance plan. Well, let's check back in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a final look at our 4 o'clock forecast. Bob?
Well, we have some rain falling now across North Florida and now along the west coast of Florida. Some big showers, and it looks like a slight chance for an isolated thunderstorm as these make their way onshore. Some pretty big rainfall, too. We can expect some pretty good downpours here as this line moves in. Looks like right around 5 o'clock, we'll start to see some of that rainfall near Anna Maria, and we had some light rain already near Osprey, just north of Venice. These storms here, a little heavier rainfall, moving off to the east-northeast at around 10 to 15 miles an hour. We are expecting showers throughout the evening. More coming up at 5. Jacqueline?
All right, thanks, Bob, and thanks for joining us on ABC7 News at 4. We'll see you back here at 5.